11,000 years ago, the world changed at the end of the last ice age. Glaciers melted and sea levels rose more than 300 feet. That's the height of a 30-story building or the length of a football field. A 1,000-mile-wide land bridge connecting Asia to the Americas disappeared beneath the waves. But not before the first humans arrived at this new frontier. This is the story of the first Americans. Welcome to MrDowling.com. History lessons in under 5 minutes. Before it disappeared beneath the waves, a vast frozen grassland once connected Asia and North America. Scientists call this now submerged land Beringia, named after explorer Vitus Bering, who confirmed in 1726 that Alaska and Russia are separated by what we now call the Bering Strait, a 53-mile wide stretch of ocean bearing his name. During the Ice Age, Beringia teemed with massive creatures such as woolly mammoths, bison, giant bears, and mastodons. Early humans hunted these animals for survival. Archaeological evidence suggests they reached the region as long as 30,000 years ago and perhaps even earlier. Some remained in this frozen world for generations before eventually venturing deeper into North America. As the Ice Age ended, the Earth warmed, glaciers melted, and sea levels rose. By about 11,000 years ago, Beringia gradually disappeared beneath the ocean, cutting off migration by foot. This meant the land bridge vanished years before civilizations developed in Mesopotamia, Egypt, and China, long before farming, writing, or the invention of the wheel. By the time the land bridge had closed, people had already spread across the Americas, adapting to diverse environments from dense forests to open plains. For a long time, most scientists believed that early Americans arrived only by walking across Beringia. But now, many think they may have also traveled by boat, following the Pacific coastline. This idea is called the Kelp Highway theory. Kelp is a large leafy seaweed that grows in shallow ocean waters. It's edible and provides shelter and food for many sea animals such as fish, sea otters, and seals. These animals in turn would have been a valuable food source for early travelers. The problem is that any proof of these ancient sea journeys is now deep underwater, making it tough to find solid evidence. But the Kelp Highway isn't the only theory about how the first humans reached the Americas. Some researchers believe that ancient sailors may have come from the Polynesian islands of the Pacific. DNA evidence suggests that Polynesians may have made contact with South America about 800 years ago. In 1947, explorer Thor Heyerdahl wanted to test whether such a journey was possible, so he built a wooden raft he called the Kon-Tiki after an Inca god. Heyerdahl and his 6-man crew sailed the Kon-Tiki 3,770 miles from Peru to Puka Puka, a coral atoll in the South Pacific. Heyerdahl and his crew proved that early people could have reached the Americas by sea, but scientists haven't yet figured out how they did it. Not all migrations happened at the same time. The Inuit, traditionally called Eskimos by outsiders, arrived much later. Unlike earlier groups, the Inuit did not walk across a land bridge. They paddled across icy waters in boats between 6,000 and 2,000 years before the Common Era. DNA studies show that the Inuit are genetically distinct from the other indigenous peoples of the Americas, meaning their journey was separate from those who traveled across Beringia thousands of years earlier. And the discoveries keep coming. In 2013, archaeologists in Alaska uncovered the remains of a baby girl who lived 11,500 years ago. DNA tests showed that she belonged to a genetic group that no longer exists today. This means that there were once populations in the region that either disappeared or moved away. With every new discovery, scientists uncover more pieces of the puzzle of how the first Americans arrived. There's a lot more history on my companion website, MrDowling.com. There you'll find lessons, handouts, quizzes, and interactive games. Browse through time and space at MrDowling.com. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel for more quick and easy history lessons, and I hope to see you again soon.